Hello there, Dan the Weatherman here. Hey, welcome to my weather show. This is the global edition. We take a look at things going on around the globe. Of course, the big story this week has been the catastrophic flooding we've seen over western parts of Canada. Absolutely just mind-boggling, some of the scenes, the absolute amounts of flooding, the amount of rainfall we have seen in parts of western Canada and even the Pacific Northwest of the US. This is a little snapshot here, parts of British Columbia, where you see that red, that purple, that is 200 to 300 millimeters of rain, and just some places, Hope, Abbotsford, getting close to 200 to 300 millimeters over the span of a couple of days. And in context, that is literally 1 to 2 to even 3 months worth of rain in some places in that sort of span of time. And you think, how does it happen? Same old reason, the jet stream. And in this particular case, we do see this often, the jet stream digging down all the way to the tropics, what we call sometimes the Pineapple Express, but you're getting the jet stream picking up moisture here down near Hawaii, tracking it all the way north, and boom, straight into western parts of North America, in particular British Columbia. But this was different. The reason why, first off, high was stronger. The juice, the energy in the jet stream was much, much more powerful. That, of course, is one part. That piled in, that worked in the energy, but we had the other big factor being the moisture. Nowadays, with a warming planet, the jet stream is more erratic, more wiggly, but we also have more juice, more fuel for the fire. This is what we call precipitable water, showing the moisture in the atmosphere. Green is all the juicy air across the tropics. Look at this zone of blue here. That was the Pineapple Express, the pipeline, fuel injected, tracking and barreling right into western parts of Canada. But the big thing nowadays is the atmosphere has changed. There's a lot more juice in the atmosphere. Think of it like this. Think of it like the atmosphere, say 30 years ago, was like this sponge. Nowadays, the atmosphere, juicier, a warming planet, so it squeezes, it's got more moisture, and it just dumps. And when it dumps, it absolutely dumps. And we see the catastrophic things that we see. Going through the course of the week, of course, things do ease somewhat for western parts of Canada. There is some more wet weather, unfortunately, with still a very active jet stream into western parts of Canada, but there's also more energy in the jet stream. Notice this one little buckle here. This is North America. That is going to dig down, dive down, like going down a ski slope, boom, straight down. And when you get something going down, you have to have something going up. And that's what happens with this piece here. See how it goes up? We get lots of surges going up, or zones of warmth. One there will create a big, massive upper ridge across parts of Greenland, parts of Europe. That will then barrel its way into parts of the northwest of Europe with some very significant wet weather. And as it goes up, it will then come down. That will bring a surge of cold, wintry weather into northwest parts of Europe. So they'll get the first signs of wintry weather, more stuff going on there, and the jet stream's still very active with stuff going on in the Indian Ocean, warmer than normal seas, keeping it busy as well. Warmth. We've seen this so often, so much warmth on the map. The orange, the red, that rusty color, these are temperatures above normal for the time of year. And look at this zone. As we get the more energy, we'll get a zone of significant warming, some 20 to 25 degrees or more, blasting into western parts of Greenland through the course of the week. There'll be another one surging into southern parts of Siberia. And you say, well, yeah, it's cold there. But when you all of a sudden have 20 to 25 degrees, temperatures going boom, straight up, it'll be quite significant. You can pick it up here. We'll see temperatures in Greenland go from, say, -10, -15. They could get above freezing as that surge of green pushes through. We get the wintry weather tracking us down to parts of northwest Europe, and at the same time a surge going through. All because the jet stream these days, it's more unstable, it's more wiggly. Let's get to North America. So things quietened down to start with, high pressure there. I've mentioned more wet weather moving into western parts of Canada. That unfortunately will be the case. Not as much, not as significant, but it'll be like the salt on the wound. Look at this, another 50 to 100 millimeters of rain or more piling into western parts of Canada. But the problem, remember that warmth going that way? You have digging there. Look at that. That's significant rain piling into eastern parts of Canada. The blue line there is the rain-snow line. That makes it tricky because then you've got a wound up low, you've got energy, you've got stuff going on. We could see some wintry weather again, with even some significant snow for eastern parts of Canada and as well the Great Lakes of the US. This is the rainfall for the week. Look at that. 50 to 100 millimetres piling in that flow there. Nova Scotia, Canadian Maritimes, Newfoundland, there's more of that rain piling into the western parts of Canada and also western parts of the US. To Europe, I mentioned the wintry weather. Look at this plunge and you think, wow, that's going to be getting colder. That's just the beginnings of it. Settled weather, high pressure over parts of the British Isles, cold northeast flow, quite a low sets up there over parts of the Mediterranean. Look, some of those lumps of blue, they just churn their way through the course of the week. Then we bring the surge of cold. As the jet stream buckles, goes down, boom, and somebody opens the floodgates. Look at this, churn southwards and follow that flow straight from literally way up there, churning its way through. Wintry weather, parts of the British Isles, initially snow to Scotland. By the time we go into the course of, say, next weekend, that could even be with quite a flow like that. Wintry showers all the way, perhaps even to low levels, churning all the way down, literally all the way down to the Alps. Rainfall-wise, significant rain to parts of the Mediterranean. Look at that, that's significant moisture rain to parts of Scandinavia and the British Isles. They'll all be digging their coats out. Up and down weather, once again, it's the erratic jet stream going on, keeping things very busy. That's the weather for now.